okay. Um, Tell us muna your name, your full name, and then your work currently.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Vanessa Suquila. I currently work as a copywriter for Ukulele Brand Consultants.
Okay. In Singapore.
Yeah. In Singapore, yes.
Yes. How?
For 6 years plus. No,
6 years. Okay. What are the... Huh? What are the...
6 years, 6 years.
Ah,
Yeah.
6 years plus. What are the main challenges of being an OFW?
Sorry, what are the main
Challenges of being an OFW.
challenges?
Yes.
First few years, main challenge was adjusting to a new culture. Everyone was speaking mostly in Chinese. I don't understand Chinese. They speak English as well, but the way they speak English is different from the way Filipinos speak English. Their English sounds a bit Chinese at times, and it's a different culture. And then, although even if we're all Asians, once they know, they can't help but have some stereotypes about what Filipinos are. So the main challenge is to work professionally and try to prove to them that you're not a stereotype. Yeah, because a lot of Filipinos in Singapore, a lot of them work as domestic helpers or maids. So some Singaporeans think that Filipinos are not that well educated. So that's one of the main challenges. One of the main challenges is adjusting to the new culture. Even if you're both Asians, even if you look Chinese, sometimes I'm mistaken as Chinese, even if I'm not. Even if you look like it, once they know that you're Filipino, they would have some stereotypes about you. Yeah.
I see.
Another thing is finding a house, finding a group of friends that will be your family, because you'll be far away from family and you will be homesick. So that's a bigger challenge as well. I know it's harder for Filipinos who have left children behind, who has left spouses behind. It's harder for them. It's better if you're single, but nevertheless, you will miss your family and your friends that you have made in the Philippines. So you need to make a new family here of sorts, a new set of friends. That's also a challenge. Yes, so adjusting to the new culture, finding new set of friends, and finding your family here.
How do you make up for the relationship with your real family? Like, how do you keep the bonds strong?
I try to every Sunday call my mom, call everyone, but mostly my mom, because I know she's the one who's lonely, my mother, and chat, updates a chat, just a quick message like, hello, I'm alive, hope you're alive too. And every Christmas, I make a point to come home as much as I can.
Yes. Will you say that it's hard, like, to keep the bond strong, especially when you're away? Or
yeah, it's hard. It's hard, but it's doable. It's hard because, especially when the Wi-Fi connection is not that reliable. Like, my mother and I would scream at each other, hello, mommy, can you hear me? And she said, oh, I don't know how to connect, anak. I don't know how. Oh, I'm connected. And then we can't hear each other. We have to repeat again and again, hello, 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 can you hear me?
Yeah.
So it's also hard. And of course, I have chores here, at work here, and busy busyness gets in the way. But yeah, those are the challenges, but it's doable. It's hard.
Yeah, it is. Because there are a lot of cases, OFWs who have families, sometimes they tend to not know their kids anymore and their spouses, diba?
Yes, that is true. I have a lot of office mates, friends, friends of my housemates
Mm-hmm.
who have left their children, and they left their children when the children was like 5 years old, and
Mm-hmm.
then whenever they come back, the children keep growing, and they're now teenagers, and they hardly know them. Yeah, so it's hard to keep up the same kind of bond when you're not physically there. There will always be a cost. It's not going to be the same when you're physically present all the time.
But how do they deal with it, Rao? How do they make up for it?
Honestly, some have just quit their jobs here and went back home to
Mm.
Philippines if they're serious about returning the bond, building the bond again. But some just think that this is the sacrifice we have to make to earn money, to send money back home, rather than not being able to send any at all. So it's just the price we have to pay, and that's the price they paid. So there's no clear answer on how to have a stronger bond when you don't have a physical presence. So some just quit their jobs here and go back to the Philippines, but not everyone can do that because
Mm-hmm.
life here, once you get settled in Singapore, where the government um, takes care of the infrastructure, the the buses, the trains, the traffic here is so easy, and when you go back to the Philippines, it's hard. So, and it's so convenient here. So
Mm-hmm.
once you get used to that kind of convenience, sometimes you don't want to go back to the Philippines where there's traffic, where there's problems here and there.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, traffic. Ah.
Traffic.
But
Okay.
But for people who want to really keep their bonds, they go back to the Philippines. It has happened a lot of times as well.
Okay. Thank you. That's all. Thank you, Tita.
Ah,
Thank you so
para
much.
saan to? Para saan to? Saan to lalabas,
Research.
Fudge?
Without, of
Ha?
course.